Definitely. I'm going to transition to 2021 NFL topics here. For the Cincinnati Bengals, do you think JaMarr Chase will win the Offensive Rookie of the Year? What's his chances on winning that award?
I think, I mean, if he keeps going the way he's going, there's really good chances. I'd have to go back and look when the last receiver won the award.
It's been
It's
a
been
minute.
really it's been a while, and those are those things that some of these accolades that are historically given to certain position groups. And so obviously quarterback comes to mind. Has there been any rookie quarterbacks that have stood out? I don't know about yet, but if JaMarr Chase keeps playing, I know there was a lot of kind of talk going into game one. He had some quote about the NFL ball being harder to see because it didn't have the white stripes. But
Yes, sir.
hopefully that's just smoke going forward, because he looks fantastic. And I think the key for them is just that offensive line. I think that offensive line is how far that team will go. And you give Burrow enough time back there to throw, he's going to make some amazing throws. You got a guy who can catch the ball now. You got a guy who can run the ball with Mixon. It's been great to see, because that fan base in Cincinnati, man, they love the Bengals. That's a fun atmosphere to play in. So I'm hoping they keep it up throughout the rest of the season.
Definitely. Do you think they made a mistake in that first round choice? They could have went with Penny Sewell from
Yeah,
Oregon.
yeah. I mean, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback draft picks and guys kind of transition different levels, and there's a lot of stigma behind first round wide receivers, because not many of them tend to exceed their performance in year one. Usually it's like a year 2, 3 type of thing with those guys. But I mean, when you're the first receiver taken, there's high expectations. Man, do you want a tackle who's going to be there for the next 10 years? Absolutely. You look at some of these guys that have been in the league that just anchor the blind side. And but man, there's a huge gamble on that kid from Oregon. I mean, one being so young, but I mean he's doing a great job right now. So I don't think it benefits Bengals fans to worry about what could have done, who we could have drafted, because what they're doing now in another place, it's so different, right? The NFC North is different than the AFC North. The types of defense ends that you're blocking against 8 times a year, like it's a little bit different. So I would be happy with taking JaMarr Chase for his performance right now, if he can stay healthy, and I think they'll be very content with that prospect going forward.
Definitely. But that offensive line, that, like you mentioned, Burrow coming off of an injury. That
Yeah,
and
yeah. Well, they've put some draft capital into some linemen not too long ago. I think they took Billy Price pretty high, and that didn't necessarily pan out how they had hoped. So a lot of times, each draft room's different. So it's you have some organizations who they have their guys that they want. They have a system in place. So some places take best available regardless if they have depth at that position. Some places will draft guys and make decisions based off, or they'll let previous draft picks outcomes affect future draft picks. So that might be a situation where they're like, you know what, we gambled on an early pick for a lineman, like, and it didn't necessarily pan out the way we wanted to. Let's take the easy choice here and get a receiver. I don't know, man. It's one of those things where when you learn more about like how the front office works and how transactions work from a week to week basis, where you're looking at guys coming in and out of the locker room going, okay, you were here 2 weeks ago, you were gone because we needed a linebacker for practice, and now he's gone because someone else is healthy. So it's almost like dominoes in a way, that if you misalign your pieces just by enough, when you go to hit him down to make a run for the Super Bowl, if all those pieces aren't right, man, it can be quite the mess. But coming on draft day, you've got to be able to understand where your biggest needs are and make a decision and just look forward. It's I don't know. It gives a lot of people a lot of paychecks to talk about what could have, should have, would have. But man,
Definitely.
once they made that pick, I guarantee you there's not a person in that building thinking about, well, what if we had this guy here? It's how do we get this guy up to speed so he can ball out at the NFL level?